Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into something pretty incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Source energy.
I love it.
And how it plays a role in manifesting the things we want in life.
Yeah.
We're going to be working with an excerpt from an Abraham Hicks seminar.
Okay.
And just a quick heads up for anyone who hasn't encountered their work before.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham is a collective consciousness channeled by Esther Hicks.
Right.
And they're super well known for their teachings on the law of attraction.
And what I think is really fascinating about the law of attraction is that it's not just about, positive thinking like a lot of people think.
Yeah.
It's so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
It really connects us to this concept of source energy,
Okay.
which is this incredible wellspring of pure positive energy.
Wow.
That's constantly supporting us.
Okay, so imagine this.
Okay.
Before you were even born, before you took on this physical form,
Right.
you were pure source energy.
Wow.
Kind of a wild concept.
It is wild.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if that feeling of deep connection, that sense of being totally in the flow, is actually a glimpse of that source energy within you?
Yeah, it's like remembering who you truly are.
It is.
And you know what's really beautiful about the source material?
What's that?
Is that it emphasizes that source energy has this unwavering belief in you,
Oh, wow.
in your worthiness, and in the reason that you chose to be here,
Right.
experiencing life in this physical form.
Okay, so if this source energy is always with us, always supporting us,
Yeah.
why aren't we all living our dream lives?
Good question.
Well, Abraham Hicks says it starts with contrast.
Okay.
And life throws us curveballs.
Sure.
We get stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
We have these frustrating encounters. We
Yeah.
face challenges
Right.
that make us crave something better.
Totally. And it's those experiences that help us to define what we truly want.
Okay.
So think about it. You're having a frustrating encounter with someone who's being rude. That experience might actually make you crave kindness.
Yeah.
It helps you to define that you actually want more kindness in your life.
I get it.
And according to Abraham Hicks, these moments of contrast actually launch what they call vibrational rockets of desire.
Ooh.
Basically,
Yeah.
they're energetic impulses that shoot out into the universe.
Okay, I love this analogy.
Yeah.
I'm picturing these rockets like blasting off.
Yeah.
But where are they headed?
Straight to source energy.
Really?
And here's the incredible part.
Okay.
Source energy instantly aligns with those desires, becoming a vibrational match to them.
Wow.
It doesn't say like, hold on, there's not enough kindness to go around, or
Right.
that's a risky desire. I don't know if we can swing that. It's just pure, unlimited yes
Wow.
to everything you want.
So it's like an instant cosmic order confirmation. Like your desire for more kindness. Got it.
Exactly. And the source material actually really drives this point home.
Okay.
It says, when you launch a rocket, a request, a preference, a desire, your inner being becomes a vibrational match to it immediately.
Wow.
There's no delay, no hesitation.
Right.
It's instant alignment.
That's incredibly empowering.
It is.
But then why don't we see those desires reflected in our reality right away?
Right.
Like, where does the disconnect happen?
Well, that's where things get a little tricky.
Okay.
Because if we doubt ourselves, if we question our worthiness or the possibility of our desires, we create what Abraham calls vibrational discord.
Okay.
It's like trying to play two out-of-tune instruments together.
Ooh.
It creates this clash, this dissonance.
So on one hand, we have this incredibly powerful source energy that's instantly saying yes to our desires. But then on the other hand, we have our own doubts.
Right.
And limiting beliefs that create resistance.
Exactly. And that resistance is what shows up as negative emotions. It's like our internal guidance system saying, hey, you're out of alignment with your source energy. You're doubting yourself.
Right.
And that's creating a block.
It's almost as if source energy is saying, hey, I believe in you.
Right.
Why don't you?
Yeah, like get on board.
And the source material actually highlights this too.
Oh, really?
It says, if there were not someone keenly interested in you and holding a vibrational frequency about you, then you could think anything you want and you would feel no vibrational variance.
Wow, that's a powerful statement.
Isn't it?
Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
It suggests that these negative emotions aren't random. Right. They aren't punishments.
Yeah.
They're feedback, showing us where we're out of sync with that amazing supportive energy of source.
Wow.
That's always there for us.
Always there for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so if these negative emotions are like a signal
Right.
that we're out of alignment,
Yeah.
how do we get back on track?
Right.
How do we tap into that source energy and start manifesting the things we truly desire?
Well, that's where this really fascinating concept of the vortex comes in.
Okay, the vortex.
Yeah.
What is that?
So imagine a place where all of your desires already exist.
Okay.
Not in physical form, but in vibrational form.
Oh, wow.
That's the vortex.
Okay.
It's where those rockets of desire we talked about actually land.
Okay, so it's like a cosmic storehouse of possibilities.
Totally.
Everything we could ever want is already there.
It is.
Just waiting for us.
It's there waiting for you.
That's amazing.
It's pretty wild.
So it's not about creating something out of nothing.
No.
It's more about aligning with something that already exists.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Wow.
But there is a little bit of a catch.
Okay.
There's a gap between the vortex, where all these amazing possibilities exist, and our current reality.
Okay.
And bridging that gap can be a little tricky. And that's where our point of attraction comes in.
Ah, yes, the point of attraction.
Yeah.
This is another term that comes up a lot in Abraham Hicks's work.
All the time?
Can you break that down for us a little bit?
Of course.
What is the point of attraction?
So it's basically like our vibrational address.
Okay.
Imagine you're sending a letter to the universe.
Okay.
Requesting the things that you want.
Right.
Your point of attraction determines where that letter gets delivered.
Ooh.
And it's formed by our dominant emotional state, our beliefs, and the actions that we take.
So we're constantly focusing on lack, worrying about what we don't have, doubting our worthiness.
Yeah.
We're essentially sending that letter to the wrong address.
Yes. It's like
we're sending it to Lackville.
Exactly.
Instead of Abundance City.
Right. Instead of where you actually want it to go.
Exactly.
And remember that passage from the source material? It said, your observation of the conditions that exist now are the reason that you keep repeating a pattern that holds away the things you want.
Wow.
So it's saying that our focus on current conditions, especially if those conditions aren't what we want, actually keeps the good stuff away.
Keeps the good stuff away.
It does.
Okay, so how do we shift our point of attraction from Lackville to Abundance City?
Okay.
It sounds like a pretty big move.
It can be a big move, but it all really boils down to shifting from a state of resistance to a state of allowing.
Allowing.
Yeah. So instead of focusing on what's missing, we can choose to trust in source energy.
Okay.
And the unseen forces that are always working in our favor.
Okay. I think I'm a little stuck in this idea of allowing.
Yeah.
Because it sounds a little passive.
Okay.
Like, aren't we supposed to be taking action to achieve our goals?
Yes. Action is definitely important.
Okay.
But it's the energy behind the action that makes all the difference. So imagine you're trying to push a heavy door open.
Okay.
But you're simultaneously leaning against it.
Yeah.
You're putting in effort, but you're also creating resistance.
Right.
Allowing is about releasing that resistance.
Okay.
Stepping out of your own way and trusting that the universe has your back.
So it's more about aligning our energy with our desires.
Yes.
And then taking inspired action from that place of alignment.
Exactly. It's about getting in the flow, trusting the process, and taking action when it feels aligned and joyful, rather than forcing things from a place of desperation or fear.
Okay, I could feel that shift starting to happen just thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, sometimes those negative thoughts and doubts creep in.
Of course.
And it's just hard to shake them off.
Right.
So what are some practical things
that
we can do to stay connected to that source energy?
Right.
And maintain a positive point of attraction?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And there are so many wonderful practices that can help us cultivate that alignment. One that Abraham Hicks talks about a lot is gratitude.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we focus on what we're grateful for, we raise our vibration and naturally align with the positive energy of source.
So it's like tuning our inner radio dial.
Yes.
To the frequency of abundance.
Exactly.
What else can we do?
Spending time in nature is incredibly powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Nature is a direct reflection of source energy.
Right.
It's teeming with life, beauty, and a sense of peace that can really help us to reset and reconnect with that feeling of oneness.
I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like a walk in the woods.
I know.
Or by the ocean to shift my perspective.
Right.
And remind me that I'm part of something bigger than myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And another practice that might seem simple,
but
it's profoundly effective, is positive self-talk.
Self-talk?
Yeah, the way we talk to ourselves sends powerful signals to the universe.
It does.
So if we're constantly putting ourselves down or focusing on our flaws, we're reinforcing that sense of lack.
Right.
So instead of beating ourselves up for perceived shortcomings, we can choose to speak to ourselves with kindness and encouragement.
Like give ourselves a pep talk.
Exactly. And affirmations are a great tool for this.
Affirmations.
Yeah. Like, for example, you could say, I am worthy of receiving all the good things the universe has to offer.
I love that.
It might feel a little awkward at first.
Yeah.
But the more you practice it, the more you'll start to believe it.
It's like we're rewiring those old patterns of negative self-talk.
Yes.
And replacing them with beliefs that support our desires.
Exactly.
And beyond words.
Yeah.
Engaging in creative pursuits can be incredibly powerful.
Oh my gosh, so powerful. Yeah. Whether it's painting, writing, dancing, anything that sparks your passion.
Yeah.
When we create, we tap into a flow state that naturally aligns us with source energy.
It's like we become a channel for that creative energy to flow through us.
Exactly.
And I bet it feels amazing when that happens.
It does. It's a reminder that we are co-creators with the universe.
Right.
Not just passive recipients of whatever life throws our way.
So it's not just about wishing for things.
No.
It's about actively participating in the process of creation.
Yes.
I love that.
And you know, as we engage in these practices, it's important to remember that alignment with source energy isn't about achieving some perfect state of bliss 24/7.
Right.
We human.
Yeah.
We're going to have ups and downs.
We are.
Maybe
I think that's really reassuring because I think sometimes people get intimidated by this idea.
Right.
That you have to be positive all the time.
Yeah.
Feels like a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure, and it's simply not realistic.
Right.
What matters is our overall vibration,
Okay.
our dominant emotional state. The key is to notice when we've dipped into a lower vibration and then use these practices to gently guide ourselves back into alignment.
So it's a process of becoming more aware of our energy.
It is.
And making conscious choices that support our well-being and our desires.
Exactly. And remember, there's no judgment here.
Right.
It's a journey of self-discovery and growth.
Yeah.
We're all learning and evolving together.
This has been so insightful. It sounds like aligning with source energy and harnessing its power for manifesting our desires is an ongoing process, not a one-time fix.
It is. It's about cultivating a relationship with that wellspring of positive energy and learning to trust in its unwavering support. It's like building a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes.
So it's about making these practices a part of our daily lives rather than just, reaching for them when we're feeling down or stuck.
Exactly. Weaving them into the fabric of our existence so that we're consistently raising our vibration and attracting more of what we want into our reality.
So this idea of attracting what we want brings me back to those rockets of desire.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about launching them into the vortex, but how do we know when they're actually hitting their target? Like, how do we recognize those manifestations in our physical reality?
That's such a good question. And that's where paying attention to our emotions and intuition becomes really important.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about negative emotions being a sign of resistance?
Right.
Well, positive emotions are like signposts pointing us in the right direction.
Oh.
When you feel a surge of joy, excitement, or a deep sense of peace, it's a sign that you're in alignment with your source energy and that those rockets of desire are finding their mark.
So it's not just about getting what we want, it's about feeling good along the way.
Exactly. It's about enjoying the journey, trusting the process, and celebrating every little victory along the way.
I love that. It takes the pressure off having to figure everything out or, force things to happen.
Yes. Surrendering to the flow of life and allowing those manifestations to unfold in their own perfect timing.
So how do we cultivate that trust in the process, especially when things aren't unfolding as quickly as we'd like? Patience can be a real challenge for a lot of us.
That's so true. I mean, we live in a world that values instant gratification.
We do.
But the universe often works on a different timeline. It's like planting a seed. You wouldn't dig it up every day to see if it's sprouted.
Right.
You trust that with the right conditions, it will grow in its own time.
So it's about nurturing those desires like seeds, watering them with positive energy, and trusting that they will blossom when the time is right.
Beautifully said. And remember those limiting beliefs we talked about earlier. Sometimes those can act like weeds choking out the growth of our desires.
Oh, yeah.
So it's so important to stay aware of those negative thoughts and choose to replace them with beliefs that support our vision.
So it's like we're tending the garden of our minds, pulling out the weeds of doubt and fear, and planting seeds of hope, possibility, and unwavering belief in ourselves.
I love that analogy. And as we tend to that garden, we create a fertile ground for our desires to take root and flourish.
This has been such an inspiring deep dive into the world of source energy and manifestation.
It really has.
It's been a powerful reminder that we're not just passive bystanders in our lives, but active creators of our own reality.
We are powerful creators.
And if you could fully trust in source energy's unwavering support and your own innate power to manifest, what would you dare to dream and create? Hold that question in your heart and allow the answer to unfold.
That's good advice.
As always, we would love to hear your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments below.
Please share.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. And until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep shining your unique light.
Bye, everyone.